Okay, thanks, Tom. Cheers, Jer. Well, the vegan stuff, fascinating and highly controversial. Yeah, today, Tuesday, 30th of January 2018, and live till 5, it's back. It's Steve Wright in the afternoon. Hello.
Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. To the song they're playing on the radio. Let's sway while color lights up your face. Let's sway, sway through the crowd to an empty space. If you say run, I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms, tremble like a
David Bowie. Dun, 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 let's dance. Big show back on the air with, well, music and news and showbiz and lifestyle and comedy and occasional tinge of irony. Hands up also. Hands up if you lost your phone or keys today. Hands up if you lost your phone or keys. Isn't that distressing? Oh my goodness. All right, here's a good one. Hands up if you've finally given up being a hipster. It's almost gone, I'm afraid. You're right. And hands up for a meal made entirely from kale and lettuce. That's what you've got, isn't it, Anthony? How can you eat that? You think you're a rabbit? It's very good for you. This is ABC Poison Arrow.
Just what to do or where to keep it. Then I say I love you, foul the situation. Hey girl, I thought we were the right combination. Who broke my heart? You did. Hold to the target, blame Cupid. You think you're smart, stupid. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. No rhythm in cymbals, no tempo in drums. Love on arrival, she comes when she comes. Right on the target, but wide of the mark. What I thought was fire was only the spark. The sweetest melody is an unheard refrain. So lower your sights. Yeah, raise your aim. Who broke my heart? You did. Go to the target, blame Cupid. You think you're smart, stupid. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. I thought you loved me, but it seems you don't care.
I can't,
Speak up.
No, I can never love you.
What'd you say?
Who broke my heart? You did.
Isn't it good here?
Go to the target, blame Cupid. You think you're smart, stupid. Right from the start when you knew we would part. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. Shoot that poison arrow.
Shoot that poison arrow. ABC
Shoot that poison arrow.
on Radio 2.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Well, we've got heavy rain for the west of Scotland, mainly dry for the rest of the UK. Feeling chilly, a high of 10 in Truro, not bad. Tonight, cold for Scotland. This is tonight. And Northern Ireland, rain everywhere though, really. Tomorrow, Wednesday, chilly and windy, a mix of sunny spells and scattered blustery showers. Lights on sunset tonight in Edinburgh, 4:42. In Cardiff, 4:59. In Belfast, it's 4:58. That's almost 5 o'clock. And in London, 4:46. So it's getting better every day. Steve.Wright at bbc.co.uk. Should you wish to email steve.wright at bbc.co.uk to get a shout out, say hello to somebody, or say hello to you. You can text 88291. You can tweet us at BBC Radio 2.
Greetings, salutamus. It's Jeremy Vine. Call
Jeremy.
me on 0206 743. Peel off the vouchers. Nothing to pay till 2022
Right, okay.
at J Vine.
Yep.
Press 1 to see Gary Oldman as Churchill. 3 to watch Meryl in the Post. And 4 if you want fries with that. Call me or watch the podcast. Jeremy Vine at 474221666. Tearyourhairout.com.
Right. I think I've got that this time. Now America.
Never believed in things that I couldn't see. I said if I can't feel it, then how could it be? No magic could happen to me. And then I saw you
BBC Radio 2 in the United Kingdom. Hello, good afternoon. It's America. You can do magic on The Big Show. Email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. In the news, the UK economy will grow more slowly outside the European Union no matter what deal is struck with Brussels, a leaked government document suggesting today. Russian President Vladimir Putin says a new list published by the US as part of a sanctions law has in effect targeted all Russian people. And headline today, Facebook no place for young children. More than 100 child health experts are urging Facebook to withdraw an app aimed at under 13s. So now you're up to date. Here comes the brilliant Logic.
I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. I don't wanna be alive. I don't wanna be alive. I just wanna die today. I just wanna die. I don't wanna be alive. I don't wanna be alive. I just wanna die. And let me tell you why. All this other shit I'm talking about, they think they know it. I've been praying for somebody to save me. No one's heroic in my life, don't even matter. I know it, I know it, I know I'm hurting deep down, but can't show it. I never had a place to call my own. I never had a home. Ain't nobody calling my phone. Where you been, where you at, what's on your mind? They say every life precious, but nobody care about mine. I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? Woo! I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive. You don't gotta die today. You don't gotta die. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive. You don't gotta die. Now let me tell you why.
It's the very first breath when your head's been drowning underwater. And it's the lightness in the air when you're there chest to chest with the lover. It's holding on though the road's long and seeing light in the darkest things. And when you stare at your reflection, finding out when who it is, I know that you'll thank God you.
I know where you've been, where you are, where you're going. I know you're the reason I believe in life. What's the day without a little night? I'm just trying to set a little light. It can be hard, it can be so hard, but you gotta live right now. You got everything to give right now. I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? Woo! I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. I finally wanna be alive. I finally wanna be alive. I don't wanna die today. I don't wanna die.
Very fine performance at the Grammys. Logic.
I finally wanna be alive.
Alisa Cara, Khalid. 1-800.
Good Morning Sunday with Reverend Kate Buckley and Jason Mohammed.
We had a phone call saying we'd love you two to work together, and then I called you and I said, is now a good time, Kate? And you said, well, I'm just about to eat a sandwich at King's Cross Station.
I don't remember that at all. What I remember is it feeling like the world's weirdest blind date. Did you not have that feeling?
The new sound to Sunday mornings.
All I wanted to do when I got my dog collar was pause for thought on Chris Evans.
This is all I ever wanted to do was work in Radio 2. To be sitting here alongside Kate now, it's a dream come true, honestly.
Sat next to me on a Sunday morning is a dream come true.
Join us for the brand new Good Morning Sunday.
Beginning Sunday morning from 6
on BBC Radio 2.
Make sure you're awake.
Yeah, we're there.
Live till 5. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Hello, Paul.
Hi, this is Macca. Email the big show at steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. He reads it, and then I'll come up with a song based on your email.
I know he hurt you, made you scared of
see that I was born to love you? What if I fall? I won't let you fall. What if I cry? I'll never make you cry. And if I get scared, I'll hold you tighter. When they try to get to you, baby, I'll be the fighter. What if I fall? I won't let you fall. What if I cry? I promise I'll never make you cry. And if I get scared, I'll hold you tighter. When they try to get to you, baby, I'll be the fighter. Look in the mirror, you're beautiful, so beautiful. I'm here to remind you, you're my only one. Let me be the one to heal all the pain that put you through with love like you never knew. Just let me show you. What if I fall? I won't let you fall. What if I cry? I'll never make you cry. And if I get scared, I'll hold you tighter. When they try to get to you, baby, I'll be the fighter. What if I fall? I won't let you fall. What if I cry? I promise I'll never make you cry. And if I get scared, I'll hold you tighter. When they try to get to you, baby, I'll be the fighter. I wanna believe that you got me, baby. I swear I do from now into the next life. I wanna love, wanna give you all my heart. What if I fall? I won't let you fall. What if I cry? I'll never make you cry. And if I get scared, I'll hold you tighter. When they try to get to you, baby, I'll be the fighter. What if I fall? I won't let you fall. What if I cry? I promise I'll never make
You're suffering
if I get scared.
with the lurgy, with the flu, bad cold, some other illness. Try and make you feel better.
What if I fall?
Oh, we'll do our best.
What if I cry?
Shout out to my lovely partner Daz. Tell him I love him. He listens to your show every day. Okay, hello Daz. That's from, I don't quite know who, actually, but he knows. Steve, can you give a shout out to my amazing husband, Paul, who's not well and suffering on the sofa whilst listening to your show? He's a big fan, and it might make him feel a bit better. Thank you from Kirsty. And Wrighty, just seen my first newborn lambs of the year running in the fields. Must mean spring is on the way. I really hope so. I feel it is. Thank you, Steve, from Helen.
Steve, I've
Mr.
left my
President.
hair in the microwave.
Oh, no.
Along with my cutlery.
Dame Helen Mirren on with us today, starring in a new ghostly movie called Winchester, which is based on a real-life story. It's one we recorded earlier. David Haig, actor and writer, touring the UK with his play Pressure. David Haig, great actor. Florence Foster Jenkins, Thin Blue Line, Madness of King George, Four Weddings, all of that. And Dan Pink, Al Gore's former speechwriter, talking about his book When, The Scientific Secrets of Perfect Timing, plus Janie, Tim, Bobby, Tom, and Matt the Sports Guy. And the oldies. Chosen by Gareth Davis from Tranent in East Lothian. Oh, I don't mean Gary Davis. Thank you, Gary.
She was running away. So now I'm standing on the corner, lost in the things that I said. What am I supposed to do now? Goodbye, Blackberry Way. I can see you. I don't need you. Goodbye, Blackberry Way.
about it, Jeremy.
Thank you there, Steve. Today's big question: why does someone believe it when you say there are 4 billion stars, but don't believe it when the sign says wet paint? Call now. 0209, press 14 for a new motor. 50-50 all at sea, pick your nose at the lights. 6930, take me to the Mardi Gras. 4473, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, how about a round of applause?
Maybe you can repeat that later.
Yeah, standing ovation. Ooh, oh, yeah, yeah. You look so dumb right now, standing outside my house, trying to apologize. You're so ugly when you cry. Please, just cut it out. And don't tell me you're sorry, 'cause you're not. And baby, when I know you're only sorry you got caught, but you put on quite a show, really had me going, but now it's time to go. Curtains finally closing, that was quite a show, very entertaining, but it's over now. But it's over now. Go on and take a bow. Grab your clothes and get gone. You better hurry up before the sprinklers come on. Talking about, girl, I love you, you're the one. This just looks like a rerun. Please, what else is on? And don't tell me you're sorry, 'cause you're not. Baby, when I know you're only sorry you got caught, but you put on quite a show, really had me going, but now it's time to go. Curtains finally closing, that was quite a show, very entertaining, but it's over now. Go on and take a bow. Oh, and the award for the best life goes to you, for making me believe that you could be faithful to me. Let's hear your speech.
It's Riri, Take a Bow, Rihanna.
How about a round of applause?
Email us steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291. Tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Dame Helen Mirren with us later. David Haig and Dan Pink. Scientific Secrets of Perfect Timing.
Going, now it's time to go. Curtains finally closing, that was quite a show, very entertaining, but it's over now. But it's over now. Go on and take a bow, but it's over now.
88 to 91 FM, BBC Radio 2.
You call me all friendly, telling me how much you miss me. That's funny, I guess you've heard my songs. Well, I'm too busy for your business. Go find a girl who wants to listen. 'Cause if you think I was born yesterday, you have got me wrong. So I cut you off, I don't need your love. 'Cause I already cried enough, I've been done, I've been moving on since we said goodbye. I cut you off, I don't need your love. So you can try all you want. Your time is up, I'll tell you why. You say you're sorry, but it's too late now.
caught you creeping. You blamed it all on the alcohol. So I made my decision, 'cause you made your bed, sleep in it. Play the victim and switch your position. I'm through, I'm done. So I cut you off, I don't need your love, 'cause I already cried enough. I've been done, I've been moving on since we said goodbye. I cut you off, I don't need your love, so you can try all you want. Your time is up, I'll tell you why. You say I'm sorry, but it's too late now. So save it, get gone, shut up. 'Cause if you think I care about you now, well boy, I don't give up. I see you trying to get to me, I see you begging on your knees. Boy, I don't give up. So stop trying to get to me, get above your knees. 'Cause boy, I don't give up about you. No, I don't give a damn. You keep reminiscing on when you were my man, but I'm over you. Now you're all in the past. You talk all that sweet talk, but I ain't coming back. Cut you off, I don't need your love, so you can try all you want. Your time is up, I'll tell you why.
Yeah, the message is she doesn't really, you know, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. Dua Lipa. Joe Wiley's on the air at 8 after Celtic Connections. Oh, by the way, live from Glasgow tonight, Mark Ratcliffe live from Glasgow for Celtic Connections 2018, Scotland's premier music winter fest, featuring live music from the Secret Sisters, Sam Outlaw and Courtney Marie Andrews, followed by Joe Wiley. And Joe's vinyl revival this week is So by Peter Gabriel. Let's bring on the crew. It's Janie Lee Grace, it's Tim Smith, it's Tuesday, and it's Factoids. What you got, Janie?
Roosters can't crow. They can't fully extend their necks, you see, that's why.
Oh, so it's only the hen that crows?
I guess.
Yeah.
Or a crow. Yeah.
Well, does a crow crow? I was going to ask that. Does a crow crow?
No, I don't think a crow crows.
Well, we'll find out now, won't we?
Because a parrot squawks, doesn't it?
Oh, I know a great parrot, by the way, called Polly, just round the corner.
Does it swear?
Oh, well, no, it shows off. When you go by, it shows off, and it does swear.
Excellent.
But the owner says, no, he's not swearing, he's saying something else.
My uncle used to say that about his budgie when we were kids.
We used to say that about you. What you got?
The world's population has been in continual growth since the 1400s onwards.
Thank you, Tim, and here's Janie.
The Atlantic Ocean holds 17 quadrillion gallons of water. Who counted it?
Oh, somebody must have, yeah. A trawler.
How many nuts do you think a chipmunk can store in its cheek?
That's your best ever. I would say, how many, Janie?
I'd say 42. Depends on the size of the nut, though.
It really does.
Actually, I should rephrase the question. In terms of teaspoons worth.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'd say 5 teaspoons.
Yeah, I'd say 7 teaspoons.
I'd have said about that as well, but apparently just a single teaspoon's worth of nuts can be stored in each cheek, so 2 teaspoons.
Thank you.
Lost in the fight that's no longer mine. Story repeated again. Will we come through? Who's telling the truth? When did we lose our way?
I know you feel like
It's the first day of Copenhagen Fashion Week today. The Spartex Pool Show is on in Coventry. What it is an exhibition for professionals in the design, installation, retailing, maintenance, operation and management of pools, spas and saunas. Also includes the British Pool and Hot Tub Awards. It's in Coventry. International Renewable Energies Trade Fair on in Cuba. The Sustainable Food Summit starts in San Francisco. Costa Book of the Year will be announced tonight at a ceremony hosted by Penny Smith. And the BBC Music Sound of 2018 live concert will be broadcast live from Maida Vale Studios. Our friend and the BBC Music Sound of 2018 winner, Sigrid, is among the acts playing. It's on Radio 1 tonight with Annie Mac from 7 p.m.
So I started playing piano when I was 7, singing when I was 13, and I wrote my first song when I was 16.
Now, what's the scene like in Norway? I mean, you have to stay in Norway and then leave Norway to further your career, right?
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of good stuff coming out of Norway. And for instance, Don't Kill My Vibe, When Strangers, my latest
Elton John, I'm Still Standing. A Grammy salute is on at Madison Square Gardens in New York. In tonight's football, Swansea play Arsenal, West Ham play Crystal Palace, Huddersfield play Liverpool. The Critics Circle Theatre Awards are held in London. Bill Bailey playing Coventry, and Olivia Colman is 44. Here's Janie Lee Grace.
Why we trust a stranger who looks the part. That's the headline. They say it's the question that all conmen and sales staff will want to know the answer to. What makes us trust strangers and be willing to give them our money?
Yeah.
Well, a study suggests that if you look like Mother Teresa, that might help. But if you look like someone who's a known criminal, then that won't help. And this is because our trust in strangers depends on whether they look like someone we already know who we judge to be trustworthy.
Oh, really?
Researchers at New York University have conducted a series of experiments. They gave volunteers a game. They had to hand over their money to others to invest. Some were trustworthy and shared their money with the study group, but the untrustworthy players took the money for themselves. And basically, when they were shown pictures of the players, they consistently preferred to play with the strangers who resembled the original trustworthy people. So basically, it all comes down to our references in our brain. People who we've seen or we think we know, who we think are trustworthy, will hand over the cash.
It's a psychological reaction, really, I suppose, and familiarity in a sense.
Yeah, I would say maybe to go further, it might well be, and I don't know if it says it in the survey, people that kind of resemble or have the attitude of our mothers or fathers.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe it is something to do with the parents, yeah.
There'll be an unusual sight in the sky tomorrow. It's the first blue moon for 2.5 years. You see that only once in a blue moon.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a cue for a song.
Well, I saw this, and you mentioned this last week, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
This is fascinating. Just explain exactly what it's going to be then. Go on.
Oh, okay, hang on. This one will be a supermoon appearing about 14% bigger and 30% brighter as it reaches its closest point to Earth. Dr. Gregory Brown of the Royal Observatory over there in Greenwich says it'll be high in the sky from about 7 p.m. and will be at its highest and thus best at around 0040. So that's what, 20 to 1.
That's right, yes.
0040.
That was a very good description as well. I like a dirty great moon, don't you?
I love a big moon, yeah. You're on The Big Show. Dame Helen Mirren starring in a new film. It's called Winchester. We did a pre-record the other day with her and she came in, so that's all groovy. David Haig also, actor and writer, touring the UK with his play, his own play, what he wrote, Pressure. And Dan Pink, Al Gore's former speechwriter, talking about his book, When, The Scientific Secrets of Perfect Timing. Timing.
Are we crazy? Living our lives through a lens, trapped in our white picket fence, like ornaments. So comfortable we're living in a bubble, so comfortable we cannot see the trouble. Are you lonely? Up there in utopia, where nothing will ever be
is my desire. Break down the walls to connect, inspire. Up in your high place, liars. Time is ticking for the empire. The truth they feed is feeble, as so many times before. The greed of all the people. They stumbling and fumbling and we about to riot. They woke up, they woke up.
Katy Perry, Skip Marley. Change at the rhythm. Hey, give me a shout out. It's Tony. Tony, painting hotel rooms in the Land's End Hotel. Probably the furthest painter in the country. Loving the show. What about the Scilly Isles? Steve, it's Richie Silly Boy Frey here, gardening in the rain. Tell my fitness class guys it's serious weight training, no cycling tonight at the Power Zone. Cheers, good show as always, old friend. Rich and not so sunny Cornwall. Thank you, Rich. We've got 12 minutes to 3, and here is Bobby.
Steve, thank you. A52 in Northern Ireland at Nuts Corner. Following yesterday's accident at the A26 junction, which is the Nuts Corner junction, we've got it still closed, the A52, both ways following that, because they've got investigation work. South Lanarkshire, the A725 on the northbound side, it's closed completely just after the A749, which is the Worleys roundabout. Recovery following that earlier accident, so you've got queues on all approaches. MA on the westbound side, 7 to 7A, so that's Euro Central to East Kilbride. We've got 3 lanes closed for emergency repairs causing queues. And westbound to Glasgow, 19 to 20. Anderston Cross to the M74, the Kingston Bridge. We got a bump there and 1 lane is shut, but traffic seems to be coping reasonably well. The M6 on the southbound side, 19 to 18 down towards Holmes Chapel. There was a breakdown. It's clear now, but you've still got some residual delays. M69 southbound, earlier breakdown between 2 and 1 down towards the A5. That's gone. Most of the congestion's moved through now. It's not causing too much of a problem. And the M25 clockwise, 24 to 25 across the top, Potters Bar to Enfield, broken down lorry there, so 1 lane shut, so it is a little bit slow. And finally, M5 northbound, 24 to 23, 2 lanes are closed, overturned vehicle there, so you've got 2 lanes shut up towards Bridgewater North and very heavy traffic. But with more in 40 minutes.
Thank you.
Hi, it's me, Jeremy Vine. Don't forget to email Steve at steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. You must text 88291 and you could tweet at BBC Radio 2.
Come and take my hand and travel the world. Come and fill my heart and rip it apart. And if you close your eyes, wake up to a different
David Tennant today has accepted substantial undisclosed damages from the publishers of the now defunct News of the World over a phone hacking claim. News Group newspapers, NGN, settled Mr. Tennant's High Court claim and issued an apology. If you're trying to lose weight, you might want to keep it to yourself. Among the reasons why you might not want to share your weight loss plans, jealousy. Experts have found that feelings of inferiority can be triggered in the person when a friend starts losing weight. Jealousy can lead, and you relate to this, jealousy can lead some friends to sabotage your weight loss efforts by actually encouraging you to cheat on it, or by refilling your wine glass without asking after you've announced your desire to lose weight. And I would say all of my friends do that once in a while.
Well, I think if you go out for dinner with a group of people, people say, oh, who's having a dessert? And if you say you're not, oh, for goodness sake, you're so boring. Share mine then.
Yeah.
Well, can we share one?
I know you're on a regime, but just one won't hurt.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yes, one will hurt, and another drink will hurt. It all adds up.
But people feel they can't have a dessert if you don't.
Oh, do you think that's what it is?
I do.
I never thought about that, yeah. Do you think they get jealous, though?
I don't know if it's jealousy. I think it just is that feeling of it throws the attention back on them. If you're being good. I haven't had that experience very often, of course.
You want to check your friends out, mate. You want to prep your friends for a start.
No, I'm mainly talking about you.
No, I try and help you. I try and encourage you.
Well, I try and help you. I try and help everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody I know's trying to lose weight. Everybody.
Give me that Kit Kat then. You don't want it.
It's not Kit Kat. Is there one there? The UK economy will grow more slowly outside the European Union no matter what deal is struck with Brussels, as you heard earlier in Jeremy Show, a leaked government document suggesting today. And there is no gender bias regarding pay decisions at the BBC, according to a new report into the corporation. But the BBC's approach to setting pay in general has been far from perfect, auditors PwC found. The report published earlier today found a 6.8% gender pay gap among on-air staff earning more than $150,000. The BBC said it would take 5 actions, and this is according to Lord Hall. On air, there'll be substantial pay cuts for some men and pay rises for some men and women. A new framework for determining the pay of people on air will be introduced to match that already created for the rest of BBC staff. Everyone will be able to see the pay range for virtually every job in the BBC. The BBC will review the progression of women in the corporation, looking at working practices and support for women returning to work. And 5, the BBC will accelerate progress toward equal representation of men and women at all levels on the air and toward closing the gender pay gap by 2020. The Daily Mirror earlier on today did a thing. These are the top 10 favourite brainiac celebrities, and I'll do the 5. So we're talking intelligent folk in the public eye. Who do you think might be in the top 5?
Oh, definitely Brian.
Yeah, Brian Cox.
Brian Cox is there, number 4, yeah.
Attenborough, David Attenborough.
Yeah. David Attenborough's number 1.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Stephen Fry, number 2. Emma Watson, number 3. Brian Cox, number 4. Benedict Cumberbatch, number 5. And then after that, you got Rowan, you got Richard Ayoade, Dame J.K. Rowling, Stephen Hawking, and Victoria Corrins. There you go. That's according to one poll. And so we come to the anniversaries. Janie, here we go.
Okay.
All right. John Profumo.
Oh, yes. Well, the Profumo affair, of course. What year would that have been? There's been all sorts of stuff, anniversaries, hasn't there?
Yeah, you're right. He was British cabinet minister, caught up in the Profumo affair involving Christine Keeler.
And was that late 50s?
60s, early 60s, 62, 63?
62, 63, yeah. I think. It doesn't really say. Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman, very famous actor, of course.
Yes, correct. Vanessa Redgrave, born this day, 1937.
Yeah, is obviously a very famous actress.
Yes. Harold Prince.
Oh, I'm involved in this, Sam. I thought you were ignoring me. I don't know, silent actor from the 1920s.
American stage producer Harold Prince and director of West Side Story and Cabaret.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I know that. Anton Chekhov, not Star Trek.
No, but a Russian playwright of, 19th, early 20th century.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a bit easier today.
Yeah, well, I mean, they come and go, don't they?
Yeah, I know. It's a shame, because you normally give me the difficult ones, but they're not difficult for anyone else, just for me.
I think you always do good.
Do you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to sort some out myself and give them to you tomorrow.
Great idea.
No, I'll tell you what. I'll wait till Thursday when Jane is in
let's
again.
gang up.
Yeah.
Well, why I ask the questions is because I'm a complete thicket. Dame Helen Mirren later, David Haig and Dan Pink. He's Al Gore's former speechwriter on The Big Show.
I know you moved on to someone new. Whole life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth. I just want to say thank you.
Leaving to find my soul. Told her I had to go. And I know it ain't pretty when our hearts get broke. too young to feel this old. Watching us both turn cold. Oh, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we'll wish we could come back to these days, these days. These days, these days. These days, these days.
3 years of ups and downs, nothing to show for it now. And I know it ain't pretty when the fire burns out. Calling me when I'm drunk, remind me of what I've done. And I know it ain't pretty when you're trying to move on.
Yeah, I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we'll wish we could come back to these days, these days. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. These days, these days. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. These days, these days.
Cigarettes in the ashtray, reminiscing on those past days.
Yeah, these days. Rudimental, Jess Glynn, Dan Kaplan. Oh, yeah. Now, when we come back, the oldies chosen by Gareth Davis from Trennant in East Lothian, Scotland.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Tom Harrigan. A homeless man who stole from victims of the Manchester Arena bomb attack has been sentenced to 4.25 years in jail. Christopher Parker took a mobile phone from a badly hurt teenager and a purse from an injured woman whose granddaughter was killed. Parker has also been banned from Manchester City Centre for 10 years. Judith Moritz reports from Manchester Crown Court.
Christopher Parker was begging for money at Manchester Arena last May when a bomb was detonated at the end of an Ariana Grande concert. He spent 45 minutes in the area where people lay dying and injured. CCTV footage depicts him stealing from victims. Passing sentence, Judge David Hernandez said it was hard to contemplate a more reprehensible set of circumstances. In the aftermath of the attack, Parker did media interviews saying that he'd helped the wounded. The judge told him, "You represented yourself as a hero. Sadly, you were not the hero you pretended to be."
A review has found that a series of errors by police and prosecutors and a lack of knowledge were to blame for the collapse of a rape trial involving a student. The charges against 22-year-old Liam Allen were dropped because vital evidence undermining the case had not been disclosed to the defence. Claire Lindley is the Chief Crown Prosecutor for London South.
The findings of the report show that the officer made a mistake. The prosecutors that were then involved in the case failed really to check and challenge, which then compounded that human error. And this has resulted in Mr. Allen being on bail for a very long time, pending his trial. And I have apologised to him privately, and I now apologise to him publicly for that.
The BBC Director General Lord Hall has said that some high-profile journalists at the corporation will see substantial pay cuts, while some women and men will be paid more. He was speaking as a review of pay for on-air presenters, editors and correspondents found no evidence of gender bias. A group of women at the BBC campaigning for pay equality says it has no confidence in the report. The former chairman of the corporation, Lord Grade, says pay is a huge problem for BBC management.
Pay rates for the sort of star journalists are way over the top, in my view, in today's market, and I think that's clearly being addressed. The rest of the situation is much more difficult because it's highly subjective who's got the same level of job as somebody else.
Labour has called on the government to publish a leaked Whitehall report which suggests that Britain will be worse off when it leaves the European Union. The government has played down the document, saying it's incomplete. Hundreds of West Bromwich Albion fans, staff and players have turned out at the club's stadium to say farewell to the former striker Cyril Regis. His funeral cortege was greeted with applause as it arrived at the ground for a private service. Tributes since his sudden death a fortnight ago at the age of 59 have described Cyril Regis as a trailblazer for young black footballers. And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 3. Our next at 4.
Thank you, Tom. And now stand by for the non-stop oldies.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Steve Wright in the afternoon. Non-stop oldies.
When you
BBC Radio 2. If you want to email us generally, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. These oldies chosen by Gareth Davis from Trinent in East Lothian. Steve, I'm a Welshman who's been living in East Lothian for the past 22 years. I'm currently on a break from my job as a taxi driver due to health and family issues, but I hope to return quite soon. My hobbies are going to gigs and horse racing. Wow! One of the things on my bucket list is to attend every racetrack in the UK. Good one. I've done 36 so far, so here's hoping. Well, I think Tim was in Cheltenham, the Cheltenham races last weekend. I was in Newbury recently. I've done Epsom. That's about it, really. I hope you like my choices. Non-stop oldies as chosen by Gareth Davis in East Lothian.
88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio
'Cause
tears to pave the way. I fought the fever as I knew. My hair returned to grey. Study your face and fade the frame. Too close for comfort now. We can recall the harmony that lingered but turned sour. Feels like heaven. Feels like heaven. You want it all. I had to give. See me, I feel. See me, I live. Feels like feels like feels like let it never be said the romance is dead, 'cause there's so little else occupying my head. There is nothing I need except the function to breathe, but I'm not really fussed, doesn't matter to me. Ruby, 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 Ruby. And do you, do you, do you, do you know what you do to me? Ruby, 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 Ruby. Due to lack of interest, tomorrow is cancelled. Let the clocks be reset and the pendulums held, 'cause there's nothing at all except the space in between. Finding out what you're called and repeating your name. Ruby, 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 Ruby. I do you, do you, do you, do you know what you do to me? Ruby, 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 Ruby. Could it be that you're joking with me and you don't really see you and me? Could it be that you're joking with me and you don't really see you with me? Ruby, 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 Ruby. Do you, do you, do you, do you know what you do to me?
Next hour, Dame Helen Mirren's on with us. Later, David Haig and Dan Pink. afternoon. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon, and these oldies chosen by Gareth Davies from Tennant in East Lothian. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Monopoly 21 checkers and chess. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Fred Lassie in a breakfast mess. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's play Twister, let's play Risk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll see you in heaven if you make the list. Now, Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Andy, are you goofing on Elvis too, baby? Are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, nothing is cool. Moses went walking with the staff of wood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Newton got beaten by the apple. Yeah, 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 yeah. Egypt was troubled by the horrible asp. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Charles Darwin had the law. About this one, tell me, are you locked in the punch? Hey, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are you having fun? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, nothing is cool. Believer. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here's a little ghost for the offering. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here's a truck stop instead of St. Peter's. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Andy Kaufman's gone wrestling. Yeah, 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 yeah. Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Hey, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing
are some smashing oldies, as chosen by Gareth Davis in East Lothian, gets himself a badge. And there's John Lennon, number 9, Dream. There's one more to come. Local Boy in the Photographs, Stereophonics.
There's no mistake, I smell that smell. It's that time of year again. I can taste the air. The clocks go back, railway track. Something blocks the line again. And the train runs late for the first A pebble beach, we run underneath. He had just been painted red. Where I heard the news for the first time. And all the friends lay down the flowers, sit on the banks and drink for hours. Talk of the way they saw him last. Local boy in a photograph today. He'll always be 23, yet the train runs on and on, past the place they found his clothing. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba. There's no mistake, I smell that smell. It's that time of year again. I can taste the air. The clocks go back, railway track. Something blocks the line again. And that train runs late for the first time today. And all the friends lay down the flowers, sit on the banks and drink for hours. Talk of the way they saw him last. Local boy in a photograph today. Who's gonna
Local Boy in the Photograph. Stereophonics rounding off the oldies. 3:30 in the UK. This is The Big Show. Steve, can you give a big happy birthday to Laura Marshall? Cheers, great show. Steve and team, can you say hello to my mum and dad? Love, Stuart Rogers, South London. Thanks, mate. And Steve, my boss, asked me if I could be any less productive. I've accepted his challenge. I'm not going to take a nap under my desk. No, you're not, Dan in Lowestoft. You are not. And this says, Steve, earlier I tried to call that number that Jeremy Vine read out on your show. I think he must have got a digit wrong or something like that because it wouldn't connect. Can you get him to read it out again? Yeah, I think I can do that. Yeah, go ahead.
And call me on 0206 743. Peel off the vouchers. Nothing to pay till 2022 at J Vine. Press 1 to see Gary Oldman, Ash Churchill. 3 to watch Merrill in the Post. And 4 if you want fries with that. Call me or watch the podcast. Jeremy Vine at 474221666. Tearyourhairout.com.
Hope that's a bit clearer for you. In general, if you'd like to email us, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Dame Helen Mirren in just a second. Match of the Day will show Premier League highlights until at least 2021-22 season, after renewing its contract for a further 3 years. It has just been announced. Ministers have sought to play down the leak of a government document predicting an economic hit from Brexit. Or after Brexit, cocaine with an estimated street value of £50 million has been seized from a private jet in Hampshire. Border Force officers found half a ton. That's 500 kilograms of the drug in 15 suitcases at Farnborough Airport after a flight from Bogota, Colombia on Monday. It was yesterday. And now here's Bobby. What you got?
Thanks, Steve. First of all, to the M8 on the eastbound side, there's a bumper 18 for Charing Cross. We've got one lane shut. On the westbound side, there were roadworks. This was between 7 and 7A. We've got all lanes open now on that westbound side. It's still slow, though. A725 in South Lanarkshire at East Kilbride. We've got the expressway northbound still closed after the A749, which is the Worleys roundabout, following the recovery following the earlier accident. M6 southbound, there was a breakdown between 19 and 18. It's still a bit busy down towards Holmes Chapel through the roadworks. The M25 clockwise, 24 to 25 at Enfield. We've still got a broken down lorry, so one lane is shut. M25 clockwise at 27 for the M11. On the exit Slit Road, we've got an accident. Now, it's on the hard shoulder, but the queue's about to 26. And then anti-clockwise on the M25 at 10 for the A3 at Wisley. On the exit Slit Road, we've got a breakdown, so one lane is shut there, but you can get off. And finally, the M5 northbound, 24 to 23, Bridgewater South to Bridgewater North. The accident there has now been cleared and all lanes are open. Back with more in 20 minutes.
Appreciate your time.
A chocolate eclair, a bun and an Eccles. That's cake news.
Sometimes I wouldn't mind if I was less important. Would you think about them all the time? Wonder if you'll even notice in the morning. So where'd you go when you can't get to me and you just can't control? Sometimes I wouldn't mind if I was less important, but I've got you.
You've got me, I ponder on that. Said I'll be back in a sec, I need to reflect, but you swear it's been longer than that. Time is gold and time is thin, but time is rare, so we squander on that. I feel your pain when I hear your voice, so fix your tone and it's stronger than that. And you're like the strongest girl I know, probably the strongest man, it's my mum. Don't go wasting your loving on me. When I see tears on, I'm likely to run, so girl, don't love me, I mean it. When I say I love you, I mean it. And it's my car, I choose to be distant, but it's I know what a queen is, so why do I?
Just saying, Georgia Smith Stormzy could be a Bond theme. Yeah.
I've got you to let me down.
I got you, you got me, I got you.
My mum and I are currently cruising along the HOV lane on Interstate 75. That's chock-a-block now in Dallas, Texas, USA. We always try and listen to your show. After listening to all the shows here, I think your radio show is way more awesome. Have a great Tuesday. P.S. My mum is from sunny Scunny. Maybe you can give Auntie Ol, Natolka and Uncle Paul a shout-out in Scunthorpe. That's from Chloe and Anna.
Let BBC Music kickstart your summer with a weekend like no other.
For the first time ever, we're bringing the sound of summer to England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland.
With Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift in Swansea,
Manic Street Preachers in Belfast.
and we're taking Billy Ocean and Snow Patrol to Coventry and Noel Gallagher to Perth.
Make sure you're listening to Chris Evans next Wednesday morning as he's got more of this ginormous lineup to reveal. 4 nations, 4 locations, one amazing weekend of music.
BBC Music presents
The biggest weekend, beginning Friday the 25th of May.
For the Love of Music.
Bruno Mars!
Drop top Porsche, rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing. Bossed up and I changed the game. It's my big bronze boogie, got all them girls shook. My big fat got all them boys cooked. We're from dollar bills, now we popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance like flexing on the gram like hit the Lil Jon, okay. Oh yeah, we dripping the finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blame it on my confidence, or blame it on your measurements. Shut the shit down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. Now slow it down for me, baby. 'Cause I love the way it feels when we grind. Yeah, our connection's so magnetic on the floor. Nothing can stop us tonight. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blame it on my confidence, or blame it on your measurements. Shut the shit down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. Fellas, grab your ladies if your lady fine. Tell her she don't want for life. Ladies, grab your fellas and let's do this right. Do this right. Like me and mine.
Yeah, we got it going on, got it going on. Don't it feel so good to be us? Yeah, we got it going on, got it going on. Yeah, girl, we got it going on. Yeah, we got it going on, got it going on. Don't it feel so good to be us?
That's genius. Bruno Mars, Cardi B, Finesse. Bill Kenwright's Golden Years tonight at 10 o'clock. To open the new series, there's another chance to hear a programme from 2011. Bill Kenwright presents some of his favourite hits from the 50s and 60s. He'll be playing hits from both sides of the Atlantic, some familiar, some surprises, and there's always a story with Bill, and they're great too. Bill Kenwright's Golden Years at 10.
Come on now. Oh, Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Dame Helen Mirren is one of the acting elite, as one of the few actors to have won an Oscar, an Emmy, a Tony Award. Plus, she's got a BAFTA and a BAFTA fellowship as well. That's like a collection that you need, isn't it, really? Yeah. From this Friday, you can see Helen in the new film Winchester, playing Sarah Winchester, the heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune. We'll talk about that in just a second. Helen Mirren coming to see us today. Yeah! Thank you for coming in to see us.
I think you're still wearing the same tie you were wearing last time I saw you.
You're right, actually, yeah. That's very nice of you to notice. I always wear the old school ties. I like that style. I can't remember what you were wearing last time because I haven't seen you for years. It's always down the line.
The same thing, I'll tell you that.
I mean, actually, since we last saw you in the studio, your career has rocketed even further. You've been on a roll now, haven't you, for about 25 years?
Sausage roll, actually, mostly, yeah.
What? I mean, did you make the effort to spend more time in Hollywood, spend more time abroad?
No, I didn't make the effort, but I did marry an American. So by nature, obviously, that took me to spending more time in America. You know, I love the movies, and I've always come back to do theatre, but I love the whole gamut of movies, and I'm not really picky as an audience where films are concerned. So I'm not that picky either as an actress. I mean, I'm not saying I do, but what I mean is in terms of genre of different movies. And it's been my great pleasure to be able to be in an action movie. Now I'm in a ghost movie, Winchester. I just did a road movie with Donald Sutherland called The Leisure Seekers. So it's wonderful to sort of experience all these different sort of genres of filmmaking.
Thinking back to the old days, Long Good Friday, and all the theatre that you used to do, have you changed as a person or as an actress, do you think?
I really don't know. I think people like you would have to tell me the answer to that, because you just live your life from within yourself, looking out through your eyes at the world, and you don't really see what other people see. So I hope I've not really changed too much.
I've always thought you were cool. You know, seriously, from the start, when you used to go on talk shows, you wanted to talk about the work. You weren't overly eager to please, and I thought that was always cool.
Thank you, Steve. That's very nice of you to say so. I was actually over-eager to please, in fact. And I never felt myself to be very cool at all in my whole life. I always felt I was the sort of uncool girl in the corner. But I just let that wash over me and carried on as usual.
Yeah.
I do work now about self-worth with the Prince's Trust.
Yeah.
A programme to sort of encourage kids to understand self-worth, because for so many young kids, you know, paralyzes them, their feeling of not being hip, not being cool, not being thin enough or tall enough or anything enough. And so to try and encourage kids just to feel at ease with themselves, be proud of themselves. But I do know that feeling, and I still know it to this day. Those feelings of profound insecurity and just not being kind of good enough in any direction.
I'm kind of surprised to hear that, though, to be honest with you.
Why did you go into acting then? If you
a
had
lot
those
of actors
issues?
do. To avoid it, actually. Having to deal... To be somebody else, exactly.
Yeah.
To put on a costume, to have other words in your mouth, to become someone else. Although it appears to be very... And I think actors are very unfairly categorised as being sort of show-offy. But actually, very often it's the absolute opposite. They are actually hiding behind all of that stuff.
I remember, by the way, we were talking to down the line and we had you and Bruce Willis. Are all these people that you know, that you work with, I mean, let's talk about Bruce Willis. Is he insecure?
I'm not going to go on the radio and say that Bruce Willis is insecure. No, I'm not.
Oh, go on.
All I can say is that he's a very kind, dear person with an incredibly gentle heart, in spite of the hard man. And I think actually that's why he's always so successful in those movies. I think your character does communicate on the screen.
Is there another one of those movies coming, by the way?
Red.
Yeah.
No, I wish there were.
Yeah,
I wish they would revive that, because it was a great concept and incredible fun to do.
Going to play a clip from the movie, and then we're going to come back with Helen Mirren in just a moment. Don't go away.
So, why all the noise? Why all this construction?
They want me to build, Doctor. The spirits. Killed by the rifle. They guide me.
Guide you in drawing building plans?
Yes. You see, once their rooms are completed, their presence grows stronger.
Hence the house that spirits built.
Yes.
with Helen Mirren, and we mentioned before the music. From this Friday, you can see Helen in that new movie Winchester, playing Sarah Winchester. She's the heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune. She's in a big house, right? So she's been widowed, and
it's a true story,
yeah.
Incidentally. It is absolutely based on truth. There was a person called Sarah Winchester. She did build a house called the Winchester House. You can go and see that house if you happen to be visiting California. It's in San Jose, and it is an extraordinary experience.
Fantastic.
It is very, very strange. And a lot of legends grew up around Sarah Winchester. She was widowed at a young time. She became a recluse. She then started building this extraordinary, complicated house. There is no rhyme or reason to the house. One of the legends was that she was building the house to placate the spirits of the people who'd been killed by the Winchester rifle.
Yeah.
That's the legend that we kind of go with in our films.
This is all born out of guilt then?
Exactly. She was immensely wealthy. I mean, a billionaire in today's money. And it was all from the sale of Winchester rifles that had transformed the killing of people.
Was she ill, or was she eccentric, or what?
Definitely eccentric and definitely obsessed. She built 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 30 years.
Wow.
So there was a major obsession there, and she built this huge house full of complicated doorways and corridors and stairways.
Seance
and
room as well.
But she's surrounded by mystery, actually, Sarah Winchester.
We have Dr. Eric Price. He's played by Jason Clarke. He's a psychiatrist. And your character is very kind of off with him.
Not getting off with him, but yes.
No, not getting off with him. No.
Giving him short shrift.
Yeah. He thinks your character is loop-de-loop, right?
Yes, and maybe she was. And his character has been sent to ascertain her psychological status, because really the Winchester Rifle Company want to get her off the board.
Yep.
And maybe he's got a point.
And how do you approach a role? Do you kind of think, okay, this is something completely different, or is each movie that you do, you adopt the same kind of stance?
I don't adopt the same stance, because every film, not just that the character is different, but the director is different, the people you're working with different budget, different place you're shooting in. Identical twin brothers who were the directors of the Winchester film.
Really?
And that was extraordinary. Yeah.
I love that.
And I just did a film with Luc Besson in France. Again, a completely different experience. And I like to settle myself into the director's rhythm rather than bringing my own thing.
Which leads me to the question, you directing.
I did direct a short film for Showtime Television in America. Loved it. It was a fantastic experience. Taught me a great deal about directors, which I needed to learn at the time. I have to say, pat myself on the back, I was quite good at it. But I realised doing it that actually I'm an actress. I thought, you know what, I love being an actress. I love my job. I'm going to stick with what I do.
And what about the changing kind of vista of movies that we can see on different platforms? It's just incredible, isn't it, really?
Yes, there's so much of it.
Yeah,
All
everything.
Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, BBC iPlayer. Breaks my heart I can't watch it when I'm in America. All of it.
So just go back to this movie. You can see Dame Helen here in Winchester, and then you said you've done a couple of other movies. Do you know when they're coming out?
The Leisure Seeker's coming out in March. Anna, I would suspect, will come out in the summertime. I would think probably around about August. And then I have a film called The Nutcracker, which is a big Disney film that's coming out next Christmas.
And what about, having a rest? I mean...
I get lots of rests in between.
When do you get some rest then? You're going to be able to rest up in the summer?
I had a lovely rest over Christmas.
Did you?
No, not over the summer, unfortunately.
Dame Helen Mirren, everybody. See her in Winchester. It opens this Friday. It's rated 15. Thank you for coming in. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you.
Dame Helen, everybody.
Starting night is calling, and I am falling. Dance with me. Fantasy
with me. Hello, Wrighty and team. Great to have you back. Can you give me a shout out, please? I'm working hard decorating a hallway in Hitchin. Cheers from Gary.
This is the president. BBC Radio 2. A lot of good hombres there, my friend. The best radio station ever. Check it out on digital. Even I become clear.
Now here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. A52 in Northern Ireland at Nuts Corner. It's all open now following that accident, so it's all recovered. A725 East Kilbride. It has reopened there as well. It was closed at Worley's roundabout, the A749, but that's now all reopened. However, it's still very slow. Glasgow M8 on the eastbound side. The accident at 18 for Charing Cross. We've still got one lane shut. Queues about to 25. M6 now on the northbound side. There's a breakdown between 17 and 18. So one lane is shut up towards Holmes Chapel. It's also causing queues back onto the A534 as well. The A11 in Norfolk at Larling. We've got an accident. It's left a lane closed at Larling to the A134 at Thetford. And the M25 now clockwise. Broken down lorries gone between 24 and 25, but still very heavy traffic. And then anti-clockwise finally, Dartford Tunnel, the East Bore. So one of the tunnels with two lanes in closed because of an accident. So that's causing queues back towards the A2. Back with more half an hour.
Thank you to Bobster.
We chained our hearts in vain. We jumped, never asking why. We kissed, I fell under your spell of love. No one could deny. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie, running for my life. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. I put you high up in the sky, and now you're not coming down. It slowly turned, you let me burn, and now we're ashes on the ground. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie, running for my life. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me. I came in like a wrecking ball. Yeah, I just closed my eyes and swung. Left me crashing in a blazing fog. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. I never meant to start a war. I just wanted you to let me in. And instead of using force, I guess I should have let you in. I never meant to start a war. I just wanted you to let me in. I guess I should have let you in.
Come down from there and put some clothes on. Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball. No, thank you. Coming up in the news. Well, you'll have to find out what's coming up in the news, but in the BBC Music news, it's BBC Music's big weekend. The details in the showbiz with Noel Gallagher, Snow Patrol, Billy Ocean. Our guest Dan Pink, David Haig. There's Tim, there's Janie, there's Bobby, there's Tom on News and Sports Guy, and much more on Steve right in the afternoon.
Steve right in the afternoon. Great Britain.
In the United Kingdom, across planet Earth, this is BBC Radio 2 online on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Tom Harrigan. A homeless man who stole from victims of the Manchester Arena bomb attack has been jailed. Chris Parker, who's 33, was initially thought of as a hero after claiming he'd helped the injured, but CCTV showed otherwise. Parker was sentenced to 4 years and 3 months in prison. The police said he'd exploited people at their most vulnerable. The Metropolitan Police and the Crown Prosecution Service have apologised to a man accused of rape after a review found that mistakes were made in the disclosure of evidence, which resulted in the trial against him collapsing. 22-year-old Liam Allen had been accused of rape and sexual assault, but his trial was halted after police were ordered to hand over phone records. Samuel Armstrong, an aide to the Conservative MP Craig McKinley, was cleared of raping a woman in December after evidence was handed over just before his trial. He thinks disclosure is sometimes treated as an afterthought.
This isn't just about defendants. The CPS getting this wrong again and again and again will make it harder for genuine victims in the future to be believed. It's a twin risk, really. Firstly, you're jeopardising the accused, and secondly, you're jeopardising future victims by not treating disclosure just as seriously as it deserves.
The BBC has pledged to cut the salaries of more high-profile male journalists as well as increasing pay for some men and women. A review into how the corporation pays on-air news staff concluded there was no gender bias. Fran Unsworth, the director of BBC News and Current Affairs, says improvements are already underway.
I think part of the reason is that some of these pay deals were done in a time of growth, around 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. I don't think there was the push on diversity that there has been in recent years, and I think that we had a real push about 5 years ago. A lot of women came into presentation positions at that point.
The government has rejected calls from Labour to publish in full a document predicting slower economic growth as a result of Brexit. A Whitehall study seen by BuzzFeed News examines outcomes including leaving the EU without a deal and retaining access to the single market. The Labour leader of a London council is to step down after a row with the party's Momentum group about a new housing development. Claire Kober led Haringey Council and said she was disappointed by sexism, bullying and undemocratic behaviour.
I think that national executive, like the leadership body of any organisation, should set the tone for any debate, should model good behaviour. And I think it's desperately unfortunate that the Labour Party's national executive hasn't done that. I think they acted, I'm sad to say, very badly.
Andy MacDonald, who speaks for Labour on transport, said the party just wanted to ensure a full discussion on the proposals. And an attempt to smuggle cocaine into the UK with an estimated street value of £50 million has been stopped. Border Force officials say the drugs were found yesterday at Farnborough Airport in Hampshire during a suitcase search. BBC News at 3 minutes past 4, are next at 5.
All right, thanks, Tom. Now here's the sports guy.
Yes, transfer news dominating today. Manchester City have broken their record by signing French defender Aymeric Laporte from Athletic Bilbao for £57 million. That deal also takes spending by Premier League clubs this month alone to £252 million, a record for the January transfer window. Meanwhile, City defender Eliakim Mangala is attracting interest from West Ham, Newcastle and Valencia. Borussia Dortmund striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been cleared to have a medical at Arsenal. However, that deal will only happen if Dortmund get a replacement, most likely Michy Batshuayi from Chelsea. Meanwhile, City winger Leroy Sané is out for 6 weeks with ankle ligament damage suffered in their win over Cardiff at the weekend. Match of the day will show Premier League highlights until 2022 after renewing its contract for another 3 years. Rugby Union, Josh Adams will make his Wales debut against Scotland in the Six Nations on Saturday, and hundreds of West Brom fans, staff and players turned out at the club stadium to pay tribute to Cyril Regis. His funeral cortege greeted with applause as it arrived at the ground on its way to a private service.
Thank you very much.
Right in the afternoon on the BBC.
So he's leaving the light. He's come to know. Ooh. He said he's going. He said he's going back to find. Going back to find. Ooh, what's left of his world. The world he left behind. Not so long ago. He's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Yeah. Said he's going back to a simpler place and time. Oh yes he is. Now be with him on that midnight train to Georgia. I'd rather live in his word than live without him in mine. World is his and hers alone. He kept dreaming, ooh, that someday he'd be a star, a superstar, but he didn't get far. But he sure found out the hard way that dreams don't always come true. Oh no. So he pawned all his hopes and even sold his old car. Bought a one-way ticket back to the life he once knew. Oh yes he did. He said he would. Oh, he's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Yeah. Said he's going back to find a simpler place and time. Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna be with him on that midnight train to Georgia.
Midnight Train to Georgia. Gladys Knight and the Pips.
I'd rather live in his world than live without him.
Details of BBC Music's biggest weekend have been announced then. It's across the bank holiday weekend on Friday 25th to Monday 28th of May 2018 this year. And there'll be concerts hosted by Radio 1, Radio 2, Radio 3 and 6 Music, plus TV coverage across BBC 2 and BBC 4 and all across online. The concerts are in Belfast, Coventry, Perth and Swansea, with over 175,000 tickets available to the public. This is exciting. BBC Music's biggest weekend will have performances from some of the biggest and best-loved names in music. Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran are among the acts who'll play for Radio 1 in Swansea. And this morning, Chris Evans revealed a few of the artists who'll be performing for Radio 2 in Perth and Coventry on The Breakfast Show. Manchester City fan Noel Gallagher and his High-Flying Birds will be playing in Perth on Saturday, May 26th. And Chris asked him how long he'd had to keep it a secret.
I got told about a couple of months ago.
Right.
And they were saying that because Glastonbury's not on, that,
Yes.
you know, the BBC are kind of all a bit of a loose end over the summer, and they were putting on all these gigs. And did I want to do this thing in Perth? And I said, in Australia? That's going to be a bit weird for Radio 2, isn't it? So if anyone's listening online in Perth in Australia, it's not there. So I agreed to do it, and then I found out it's the same night as the Champions League final. Oh. I know. And I've just been outside saying, why can't I do the Coventry gig? Why do I have to do that on the Saturday? But you don't get to go to Perth very often.
He'll be there.
Castle,
He'll be there. Snow Patrol are in the lineup too to play Coventry on Sunday, May 27th. And Gary Lightbody told Chris about his memories of being on the road with Noel.
It was great, actually, Term and Noel. We've all been big fans of Oasis since the start, and just great to be on the road with them in America. It's fantastic.
Are you being politically correct there, or did you have a blast?
Yeah, we had a good time. I think Noel wasn't very well on the tour, so I'm not sure he had a great time, but we had a good time.
How was it for you?
It was good because they're way more successful than me in America, so we were doing like big gigs, so it was good. But yeah, I think I probably had a stomach virus or something. I usually have stomach bugs somewhere.
Now, the last artist Chris announced for the Radio 2 bit of BBC Music's biggest weekend was Billy Ocean, who'll also perform in Coventry, and Billy told Chris that he's a bit busy at the moment.
I'm in Manchester recording at this beautiful studio called Eve.
Oh, good for you.
And it's more like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's like a museum in the sense of it's got all these hands-on instruments. None of this technology, it has that as well, but mainly there's a lot of hands-on instruments like it used to be back in the day, which is perfect for me because I love getting involved in my recordings.
So it's all analog. You can feel the music.
Right, beautiful. Oh man, yeah, really is.
Good
and
for
lovely
you.
people
Great.
wake up in the morning and we have a lovely breakfast. It's like one of these places where we're living in the studio. Bed, breakfast, everything.
Lovely.
So, hashtag biggest weekend is trending on Twitter. Kirsten tweets, booked an hour off work in the morning. The tickets go on sale. I'm ready for the fight. Hashtag biggest weekend. Dylan tweets, Ed Sheeran, can you play football, mate? You're the biggest announcement Swansea have had this transfer window. Can't wait to see you in May. Hashtag biggest weekend. And Rowena tweets, well done to the BBC Music team for their hashtag biggest weekend announcement. I know how hard they've been working on this, and it's going to be mega. You're right. And by the way, Chris has got more details next Wednesday, and stay listening to all the shows for more details.
All the times that you rain on my parade, and all the clubs you get in using my name. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, for goodness sake. You think I'm crying on my own, well I ain't. And I didn't want to write a song, 'cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care or don't. But you still hit my phone up, and baby I'll be moving on. And I think it should be something I don't want to hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, but now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. When you told me that you hated my friends, the only problem was with you and not them. And every time you told me my opinion was wrong, and tried to make me forget where I came from. And I didn't want to write a song, 'cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care or don't. But you still hit my phone up, and baby, I'll be moving on. And I think it should be something I don't want to hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, but now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. For all the times that you made me feel small, I fell in love, now I feel nothing at all. I never felt so low when I was vulnerable. Was I a fool to let you break down my walls? 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself.
Justin Bieber.
This is Jeremy Vine. A woman in Bridgewater, Somerset claims she can eat 7 rolls of sellotape a day. What's behind this West Country trend? Will she come to a sticky end? Sorry for the pun. And when will this silly practice be wrapped up? And will she be bound over? If you've been eating sellotape or worse, gaffer tape, oh no, call now and please be aware swear that none of this is real. The number 0042 6 balloons. You don't still use a map, do you? You muppet.co.uk/catcher in the rye 274766. Never judge a book by its cover.
Over the last few weeks on my show, I've been talking to some of the biggest talents in British culture in our special series, Nation's Favourites.
Joe Wiley.
Each week, they share with us the music that has soundtracked their lives. So far, I've chatted to author Dame Jacqueline Wilson and choreographer Sir Matthew Bourne. My next guest in the series will be the incredible Joanna Lumley. Was it difficult, the transition from being a model into being an actress?
Unbelievably difficult. I kind of was getting bored with modelling anyway. There's a limit to how long you can go on smiling at fruit and peering around doorposts with a bright hairdo.
Joe Wiley, Nation's Favourites with Joanna Lumley.
Wednesday night from 8. And if you've missed any of the Nation's Favourites so far, catch up on the BBC Radio 2 website.
Here we are returning for Factoids, Janie Lee Grace.
There are over 10 million bricks in the Empire State Building.
And Tim Smith.
Oh, that's funny. The Palace of the Parliament in Bucharest is reckoned to be the heaviest building on the planet. You're mentioning buildings. Here we go. It contains 700,000 tonnes of steel and bronze, 1 million square feet of marble, 3,500 tonnes of crystal, and 900,000 square metres of wood. It was built by the former communist dictator at the time, Nicolae Ceausescu.
Oh, my goodness. The word alcohol originally in the 16th century meant any fine powder.
Well, I'm still back on it, Tim. The Eiffel Tower has got 2,500 rivets.
Is that all?
Oh, no, I missed some noughts. No. I missed off 3 noughts. It's got a lot more rivets.
Yeah. So would that be 200 million?
2.5 million? That would be, would it?
Well, what does it say?
It says 2,500 and then another 3 noughts. How many millions?
Factoids. You say you got a girl. How you want me? How you want me when you got a girl? The feeling is reckless of knowing it's selfish. Knowing I'm desperate, getting on in and left, falling all over love. I do it till it's last. Hanging out the back, all of me go last. Like, is you coming home? Is you out with her? I don't care long as you here by 10:30, no later than drop them drugs, give me what I want. My man is your man, hurt is her man too. My man is your man, hurt that's her man. Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, I just keep him satisfied through the weekend. You like 9 to 5, I'm the weekend. Make her lose his mind every weekend. You take Wednesday, Thursday, then just send him my way. Think I got it covered for the weekend. I gotta say I'm in the mood for a little bit more of that. I mean, I'm saying what kind of days is 2 days. I need me at least about 4 of them, more of them, more you, more me, more us. Just tell me you want me one day, and I'll be at your door, ready to take a place, ready to give you what you've been missing on weekdays, what you've been waiting for. 10:30, no later than drop them drawers. I know what you want. My man is your man, hurt is her man too. My man is your man, hurt that's her man. Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, I just keep him satisfied through the weekend. You like 9 to 5.
Yeah, good afternoon, Stephen team. Can I get a shout out for my lovely boyfriend Simon? He's cutting wood today at work and needs a pick-me-up. What, you mean, like a crane? Lots of from Ollie. There's Scissor, Calvin Harris, The Weekend.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. BBC Radio 2.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
The Big Show.
Dan Pink is with us this afternoon, and Dan Pink is a writer, speaker, podcaster, and business and management expert who previously worked for the American government and was Vice President Al Gore's chief speechwriter from 1995 to 1997. Earlier this month, Dan published his latest book, When: The Scientific Secrets of Perfect Timing. And it starts with a quotation from Miles Davis: "Time isn't the main thing, it's the only thing." Now, the book is split into 3 parts. So, Dan, just tell us what those 3 parts are, and then tell us what the book is really about.
I'll start with the second question first. The book is about timing, and we make all kinds of decisions in our life about when we do things. We make our decisions based on guesswork, intuition, and I'm convinced now timing is actually a science. There's this incredible body of research out there across many disciplines that allows us to make systematically better, smarter, shrewder decisions about when to do things.
And the 3 parts?
One part is about the day. What's the hidden pattern of the day? Why are breaks important? The second part is about beginnings, middles, and ends, because we live our lives in episodes, and beginnings have an effect on us, midpoints have an effect on us, endings have an effect on us. And the last chapter is syncing and thinking. It's about how do groups synchronize with each other, and how do we think about time.
Now, I put it to you, sir,
yes, sir,
that life actually is about spontaneity. You can't plan falling in love. You can't really plan a career. Life is all about the excitement of spontaneous events and suddenly doing something you didn't expect to do. If you plan it out, you're a robot, you're a machine.
I'll agree with you about 20% of it. The book is not an argument against spontaneity. The book is basically saying, pay attention to timing. It matters more than you think, and it's not completely haphazard. You should know when you should do certain kinds of work during the day, because we know that time of day explains about 20% of the variance and how people perform on certain tasks. We know that beginnings exerts one kind of influence over us, endings another.
Because?
Because we have not a biological clock, but essentially clocks in every cell in our body. We're temporal creatures. There is a hidden pattern of the day. We move through the day in 3 distinct stages: a peak, a trough, and a recovery. Most of us move through it in that order. And during that trough, some bad stuff happens. Standardized test scores go down for kids. Judges and juries make different kinds of decisions. Time of day has a huge effect on our mood, and it has a huge effect on our performance.
But for Steve Wright in the afternoon, the game's up then.
Yeah, we've been on in the afternoon for years and years and years. Good point.
Afternoons don't come out very well in this book, do they?
No, but there is a remedy for all of this, and that remedy is breaks. Breaks are much more important than we realize. In fact, I would say that the science of breaks is where the science of sleep was 15 years ago. So remember, 15 years ago in certain kinds of workplace cultures, in the States and over here as well, people would come into the office and say, I didn't get any sleep last night. I pulled an all-nighter. I've only gotten 2 hours of sleep every night. All right. Then the science of sleep emerges, and we say, oh, wait a second. That guy who's going without sleep isn't a hero. He's an idiot. He's hurting his performance. He's hurting our performance. Breaks are where sleep was 15 years ago, that we should be taking more breaks, and we should be taking certain kinds of breaks.
But with the rise of social media and our devices, a lot of us never take a break. Even if you're not physically at your desk, you're still on your phone.
You're so right, Janie. That's exactly the point, that we know one of the key elements of how to take a break is to be fully detached rather than semi-detached. We know that when we take breaks, something is better than nothing. You're better off moving rather than being stationary. Being outside has a huge replenishing effect. That social breaks are better than solo breaks. But as important, there's a ton of research, literally in the last 18 months, about how important it is to be fully detached. So a break is not going out on a nature walk with your nose in your Instagram feed. That doesn't count as a break.
Let's ask you about the best time of day to do things then.
Okay.
What about doing heavy lifting type of job, building work?
Late afternoon.
Late afternoon.
The reason for that has to do with body temperature. Our body temperature rises in the late afternoon. You're less likely to get injured. You're going to feel less effortful. You see this in athletics. So there's a disproportionate number of records and speed events that take place between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. local time.
Best time to pitch somebody?
Whenever we make a decision, we have a default, and the default is usually no.
Yeah.
So if you want someone to do something, you're better off doing it at the time when they're more likely to challenge the default, early in the day or immediately after that person has taken a break.
That's great. When: The Scientific Secrets of Perfect Timing is out now. It's Dan Pink, everybody. Thank you, Dan. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Your autograph on the far side of the sky. You were cut at the falling rain, but you never told us why. You painted with fire, only the ashes now remain.
Street Preachers and International Blue. Good afternoon, Stephen Team. As ever, fabulous music and show. Celebrating my birthday in sunny Lanzarote. Thanks for helping. I didn't do anything. I just let you get a bit older. That's Joan and Gary Tyler, Carlisle originally. Here comes George McCrae, Rock It, baby. Talk to David Haig, actor and writer, touring the UK with his play Pressure that he wrote. You'll know him from all kinds of stuff like Florence Foster Jenkins and Thin Blue Line, Madness of King George, For Weddings, etc., etc. 4:30 now, here's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, Glasgow on the M8. On the eastbound side at 18 for Charing Cross, there was an accident. Now, all lanes are open. It's on the hard shoulder, but you still got slow traffic. M6 northbound, 17 to 18 up towards Holmes Chapel. Got one lane closed because of a broken down vehicle. That's the second one there. Just be aware it's going to be moved quite quickly, but you still got slow traffic. M1 northbound, 35 for Rotherham and Chapeltown. Broken down vehicle, but traffic's coping reasonably well behind that lane closure. The M25, first of all, clockwise, it is slow between 22 and 24 for Potters Bar. The broken down lorry has gone towards 25 at Enfield, so that kind of is the back of the queue that's slow to move through. And then anti-clockwise at 10 for the A3, there was a breakdown. That's now gone. And at the Dartford Tunnel, we've got both tunnels open. We had 2 lanes shut. The queue's back to 3, so it's slow from the M20. Also clockwise over the QE2 bridge is heavy as well. Couldn't find the reason for that. It may have just been a knock-on effect from the closure on the anti-clockwise side, which is now lifted. M3 on the northbound side at 3 to 2, a breakdown up towards the M25. A3 at Waterlooville, we had a vehicle fire. This was on the London Road, just between Hulbert Road and Highfield Avenue. Now, it's all lanes open now between Waterlooville and the Woodpecker Pub, but you've still got very heavy traffic both ways. A30 in Devon, westbound at Oakhampton. There's an accident at Oakhampton Services between there and the Meldon Junction. One lane is shut. And at Launceston, the A30, there was a broken down lorry. That has now cleared towards the Corlington turn-off. It's slow, but all lanes are open. Back with more in 25 minutes.
Thank you. It's loud. And it's awesome. Radio 2, do anything you want to do. It's Eddie and the Hot Rods.
Don't break out of the city. Leave the people here behind. Searching for adventure is a type of life to find. Tired of doing day jobs with no thanks for what I do. I'm sure there must be someone. Now I'm gonna find out who. Why don't you ask them what they expect from you? Why don't you tell them what you are gonna do? You'll get so lonely. Maybe it's better that way. It ain't you only. You got something to say. Do anything you wanna do. Do anything you wanna do. Don't need no politician. Tell me things I shouldn't be. Neither no optician. Tell me what I ought to see. No one tells you nothing, even when you know they know. But they tell you what you should do. They don't like to see you grow. Why don't you ask them what they expect from you? Why don't you tell them what you are gonna do? You'll get so lonely. Maybe it's better that way. It ain't you only. You got something to say. Do anything you wanna do. Do anything you wanna do. Gonna break out of this city. Leave the people here behind. Searching for adventure is a type of life to find. Tired of doing day jobs with no thanks for what I do. I'm sure there must be someone. Now I'm gonna find out who. Why don't you ask them what they expect from you? Why don't you tell them what you are gonna do? You'll get so lonely. Maybe it's better that way. It ain't you only. You got something to say. Do anything you wanna do. Do anything you wanna do.
Steve, it's the number one human in the world here, the president. Sometimes I tuck my knees into my chest and lean forward. That's how I roll.
With the clothes I'm wearing, can't you tell that your tie's too wide? Maybe I should buy some old tab collars. Welcome back to the age of jive. Where have you been hiding out lately, honey? You can't dress as flashy till you spend a lot of money. Everybody's talking about the new sound, funny, but it's still rock and roll to me. What's the matter with the car I'm driving? Can't you tell that it's out of style? Should I get a set of white wall tires? Are you gonna cruise the Miracle Mile? Nowadays you can't be too sentimental. Your best bet's a true baby blue Continental. Hot funk, cool punk, even if it's old junk, it's still rock and roll to me. Oh, it doesn't matter what they say in the papers, 'cause it's always been the same old scene. There's a new rain in town, but you can't get the sound from a story in a magazine. Aimed at your average teen. How about a Barbies and a bright orange pair of pants. Well, you could really be a Beau Brummel, baby, if you just give it half a chance. Don't waste your money on a new set of speakers. You get more mileage from a cheap pair of sneakers. Next phase, new wave, dance crazy. Anyways, it's still rock and roll to me. Don't you know that they're out of touch? Well, should I try to be a straight-A student? If you are, then you think too much. Don't you know about the new fashion, honey? All you need are looks and a whole lot of money. It's the next phase, new wave, dance craze. Anyway,
it's still rock and roll to me. 22 to 5.
Everybody's talking about the new sound. Funny, but it's still rock and roll to me.
Great Billy Joel. Taking the kids Charlie and Emily to school in San Ramon, California right now, because you would be, what, 8 or 12 hours behind? Yeah, 8, something like that. I've been here 10 weeks from Guildford, Surrey. Always put the show on in the morning. Barry and Rachel Lane, thank you. Can you give me a shout out? I'm feeling grotty. Had flu, now got chest and lung infection, runny nose, runny eyes, ribs that hurt because of coughing. Otherwise, I'm fine. Oh, you and so many others. Love your show every day. However, Helen Salisbury in Chesham, TKS. Okay, thank you, Helen.
If you're struggling in your quest to tell the perfect tale, don't panic. It really doesn't have to be an epic struggle. The 500 Words website is a treasure trove of tips bursting at the seams to help story writers who may be a bit stuck to explode with ideas. But remember, the clock is ticking. Whatever you do, don't forget the deadline. Entries must be in by 7 p.m. on Thursday,
very loud clock.
2nd of February. So you might want to get a wiggle on. Head over to bbc.co.uk/500 words to begin your writing adventure.
500 words.
Get writing.
Right in the afternoon.
It's a return visit, David Haig, MBE.
Whoa.
Hey, nice to see you. How are you?
Well, I'm very well, and that's never usually mentioned, so thank you.
All right, now, our friend David Haig is an Olivier Award-winning actor and playwright, and David is about to head out on a 2-month tour starring in a play that he wrote himself. It's called Pressure and is set toward the end of the Second World War in June 1944. It's 3 days before the D-Day landings, and a big factor in planning Operation Overlord is the weather. 350,000 troops will be sent across the Channel, and General Eisenhower, who has responsibility for the D-Day landings, is in Portsmouth planning it. This is a terrific premise, actually. So talk us through it a little bit without giving too much away, although we do know what occurred.
We'll know what happened, don't we? I mean, that's the challenge, actually, is keeping it a thriller whilst you know the result. But anyway, it's about James Stagg, who, as you rightly say, was the Allied weather forecaster for D-Day. He was a dour, tenacious Scot, and he held out and persuaded Eisenhower to postpone the invasions because he saw appalling storms coming. All the American weather forecasters thought it was going to be a glorious, sunny day, but Stagg got it right and actually saved about 80,000 lives because the landing craft were flat-bottomed and would have gone straight over in the storms that ensued.
Why did the Americans get it so wrong?
They used a meteorological technique which anybody from these islands, the UK, would understand is crazy. He had charts from 1909, 1921, 1917, all of them taken at this time of year with what he thought of as identical weather scenarios, and said, look, this happened in 1909, it must happen now. Stagg, as a Scot, turns to them and says, you are joking, look at the British weather. Have you ever been on the beaches on the south coast? It's pouring with rain 1 minute, you're sunbathing the next. He understood British weather.
What's the nature of his personality?
He's rude initially, brusque, edgy, but he has the right story. And what he has more than anything else, he has an essential honesty that the people around him simply can't dispute.
Yeah.
So when he is unpleasant and brusque initially, they still think, wait a minute, this guy is saying what he feels, saying what he means.
He also had a confidence then about what he was doing and in himself.
Absolutely. He was way ahead of his time. He knew the jet stream, for instance, had a profound effect on surface weather. And the jet stream had only just been discovered when American fighter planes flew over from New York and the journey took an hour and a half less.
When you first wrote this, did you always have yourself in mind to be in it?
No. No, we were looking for famous 35 to 40-year-old Scots.
Surely that's you.
I'm quite relieved we failed to find one because I love playing the role, you know.
Yeah.
But,
all right, stay there, David. We're coming back with David Haig in just a moment.
You're giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons to quit the show. You're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. If I had a highway, I would run for the hills. If you could find a dry way, I'd forever be still. But you're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. I bow down to pray. I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this worn out leather. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away, but baby, I just need one good one to stay. Head stuck in a cycle, I look off and I stare. It's like that I've stopped breathing but completely aware. Cause you're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. And if you say something that you might even mean, it's hard to even fathom which parts I should believe. Cause you're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. I bow down to pray. I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this worn out leather. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away, but baby, I just need one good one to stay.
Reasons, Gaga. Simon Mayer's on the air after 5. It's another Tuesday. Celtic Connections live from Glasgow. Mark Radcliffe at 7. Joe Wiley at 8. Bill Kenwright's Golden Years at 10. The Organist entertains with Nigel Ogden at the organ 11 o'clock. And listen to the band Frank Renton 11:30. More David Haig soon.
In 2014, she won the world's biggest song contest.
The winner is Conchita Wurst.
Conchita Wurst.
And next month, Conchita is coming to the UK with her spectacular orchestral show for the first time. Tickets are available now. Conchita will be presenting her favourite diva hits, performed with the BBC Concert Orchestra and her own rock band. To buy your tickets, go to the BBC Radio 2 website. BBC Radio 2 presents Conchita on Sunday the 25th of February.
Spinning out of control. You can
whenever I've seen you in plays in London, I've seen you in lots of things, and I've seen you on television, movies, obviously. You do strike me as a little bit of, I've got to get this right.
Yeah.
And now here's something that you're starring in and you wrote.
Yeah, well, I've got to get it right this time, haven't I?
So are you a perfectionist, is what I'm asking?
I suppose I am. I hope not an unpleasant perfectionist, though I'm sure all perfectionists are unpleasant at times. But yeah, I suppose I am.
You're not directing this, though?
No.
So how are you being directed in your own play?
Actually, John Dove, the director, directed me in my first play, My Boy Jack, about Rudyard Kipling, so we have a sort of history. But it is slightly bizarre when I suddenly turn round to him and say, I just don't know what James Stagg means here. I mean, can you help me out?
Yeah, great. Well, what about that thing, though, David? That's what we do. Certainly in Britain, we do pigeonhole folk, don't we? We say, OK, that's an actor.
Yeah.
They don't do anything else.
No, that's absolutely right. And I think it's great. Nowadays, particularly, you have to attack as many fields as you can. And be excited by that challenge.
Easy or difficult for you to write?
I think of myself always as an actor who writes rather than the writer who acts. It's actually quite a relief because it's a change from showing off every day on
But are you
stage.
writing it thinking about the staging and thinking about the direction and thinking about how it will work in the theatre?
Yeah,
or
never the direction, but often the staging. And trying to remember how many productions I've been in as actor and got bored or felt that the dialogue was unreal, and trying not to fall into those traps, to use my experience as an actor to influence the play.
It prompts me to ask you then, how soon do we reach the right decision?
Right up until the last minute, Eisenhower was desperate that Stagg was wrong.
Yeah.
And finally, it was against all the odds. He was under huge mental pressure as well as the meteorological pressure. But finally, he appealed to Eisenhower. How influential it was.
I'm bound to ask you if you've seen Darkest Hour.
I haven't yet. I very much want to. Because if you had to single out two moments in the Second World War that were utterly crucial, that's one of them, and I'd love to see Gary's performance. I mean, it sounds wonderful.
Let me just do a few dates for you. This Thursday, 1st of February to Saturday, 10th of February at Cambridge Arts Theatre. This is Pressure tour dates. Tuesday, 13th of February to Saturday, 17th of February at the King's Theatre in Edinburgh. Tuesday, 20th to Saturday, 24th of Feb, Newcastle upon Tyne, Theatre Royal. Tuesday, 27th of February to Saturday, 3rd March, Yvonne Arnoux at Guildford. Tuesday, 6th of March to Saturday, 10th of March, Cheltenham, Everyman Theatre. Monday, 12th to Saturday, 17th of March, Bath, Theatre Royal. Tuesday, 20th to Saturday, 24th of March, Richmond Theatre in Richmond. And then Wednesday, 28th of March to Saturday, 28th of April, London Park Theatre. So after this, what will you be working on?
Well, I have done a telly-series called Killing Eve, which is absolutely fascinating. A very witty, exciting spy thriller. So that's coming out.
You can see David Haig in Pressure. The UK tour starts in Cambridge, as I say, this Thursday, and it finishes with a month-long run at the Park Theatre in London. It's David Haig, MBE, everybody.
Thank you.
Baby, you find there's only one love, yours and mine. I've got so much love and needing you so. My love for you, I'll never let go. I've got got so much love. Only you. Tell me how to love you, baby. I don't mind and I don't mind. Girl, I love, always thinking of you. You are the sun, you are the rain that makes my life this foolish game. You need to know I love you so, and I do it all again and again. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, girl, I know you know the way I feel that I need your love for always. 'Cause when I'm with you, I fall in love again and again and again, baby. You are the sun, you are the rain that makes my life this foolish game. You need to know I love you so, and I do it all again and again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You are.
There is Lionel Richie, and you are on the big show. Almost 5 to 5. Uncut.co.uk news from the net. Roger Daltrey announces Tommy Orchestral Tour. Lionel Richie announces 2018 UK tour on metro.co.uk. Lionel will play 12 venues, starting in Northampton on the 1st of June and finishing on the 24th of June in Hockheim. That's Holkham, and mirror.co.uk. Furious Piers Morgan slams Pompous Old Prune John Simpson after he called out for spineless Donald Trump interview, blah, 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 etc. And here is Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, M1 northbound, the breakdown. 35 for Rotherham. All lanes are now open. It's a little bit of slow traffic, but not too much to worry about. On to the M6. Now, northbound, there was an accident and a breakdown, 17 to 18. All cleared out of the way. All lanes are open. A little bit of slow traffic still going through. Now, the M25, we've got a new problem now. If you're on the clockwise side, there's a problem between now 22 and 23. So towards the A1M, a second breakdown in the congestion from the earlier accident further ahead. So we've got one lane closed. So very, very heavy through junction 22. That's why it's so slow there. Also anti-clockwise, if you're heading around to junction 11 at Chertsey, it's very, very busy from junction 14 and queues from 3. So from the M20 towards the Dartford Tunnel following this earlier closure, which lifted about half an hour ago. Also the M3 northbound breakdown still there between 3 and 2 up towards the M25. And then finally the M4 on the eastbound side, 11 to 10. That's Reading through to Bracknell. We've got one lane closed. There's a broken down vehicle there. Back with more just after the news with Simon.
Thank you to Bobster.
I was so high I did not recognize the fire burning in her eyes, the chaos that controlled my mind. Whispered goodbye as she got on a plane, never to return again, but always in my heart. Oh, this love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before. Her heart is breaking in front of me, and I have no choice, 'cause I won't say goodbye anymore. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I tried my best to feed her appetite, keep her coming every night, so hard to keep her satisfied. Oh, kept playing love like it was just a game, pretending to feel the same, but turn around and leave again. But oh, this love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before. Her heart is
is your Maroon 5. Gotta go. Tomorrow, then, let's see. Tomorrow is the last day of the month, also a blue moon. A blue moon. Simon Mayo to follow the 5 o'clock news. With us tomorrow, author Mike Lewis, ruler Lenska, and presenter Michael Portillo. Good evening.